Well, good morning. Welcome to another session of Breakfast with Senator Cook. It is Saturday, May 18th. There are only 3 days left before we go to the polls and vote. And you know who will probably be the happiest about having the primaries over? Is probably our postal services, our mail ladies and mailmen, delivering all of those mailers that come in the mail. I know for one, I will be glad to have those mailers gone. And the text messages, be nice to be back to life as normal. Anyway, today as you get ready and prepare to go to the polls this coming Tuesday, again, there's only 3 days left this Tuesday, I wanted to say this is who I am. Not to make any promises or anything else, but tell you what is my record. You can go out and look at my record and see what I've done. And that's what I just want to just quickly share with you and let you go enjoy your Saturdays, all right? So first off, the GOP platform states, and I quote, "We support lower federal, state, and local taxes." And I was in charge, I worked on the JFAC, Joint Finance Appropriations Committee. We have brought that budget down this year to a 1.7% increase. That's less than the I can't remember the word. Anyway, we're down to 3.5% is the inflation rate. That's the word. Inflation rate is at 3.5%, and our budget is down to 1.7%. And so that's a good thing. We've given back $3.8 billion in total cumulative tax refunds and rebates, giving that back to you. And then ongoing year to year is $914 million, I believe, something like that. I know it's 900 and something million dollars. So we've worked really hard with that. I was in charge of the Idaho transportation budget this year. And I saved Idaho taxpayers $110 million. And that was without cutting those projects, cutting our roads and our highways and overpasses. Those projects are still in state and they're still working on those. I didn't reduce personnel and try to cut back and so that we didn't have people to work on those projects. Okay? But I was able to cut back $110 million. I voted to support our GOP platform in making our taxes as low as possible and saving Idaho taxpayers $110 million. The GOP platform states, and again I quote, "We believe that America owes her continued freedom to the service of military veterans. We reinforce our commitment to providing their needs and honoring them with the highest degree of respect and appreciation." End of quote. I have visited those veteran homes. I have talked with the staff that work there. I have talked with the veterans that are residents there. Personally, we need to take better care of our veterans, and we need to do a better job. I supported the GOP platform and voted not only to support our veterans, but also to fully fund our police force. The GOP platform states, and I quote, "The Idaho Republican Party believes that traditional family values are the foundation of our nation. We believe parental rights are paramount." End of quote. This last session, we had 5 anti-pornography bills, all aimed at keeping our minors safe from pornography, giving parents the tools and the ability to monitor that and to take that pornography away from their children. We had a bill to strengthen our anti-human trafficking here in the state of Idaho, and a bill to make it illegal to advertise on billboards things such as prostitution, child sex, and illegal drugs. I supported the GOP platform, and I voted to support parental rights, traditional family values, and saving innocent Idaho children. The GOP platform states, and I quote, "The Idaho Republican Party believes that government works best when its citizens become actively involved. We encourage all citizens to educate themselves in constitutional government and to be fully participants in the political process." End of quote. I was against the presidential caucus. I was all for a presidential primary and tried to go back and fix the problem, but we couldn't do that. The very nature of a caucus is limiting in who can participate. And so that's one of the reasons why I was against the caucus. A primary allows more people to participate. I supported our GOP platform and voted for the presidential primary. The GOP platform states, and I quote, "We endorse economic development and expansion in Idaho and pledge to make every effort to provide a business climate that will attract such growth. We support education and professional technical education to develop a well-trained workforce. We strongly support professional, technical, and continuing education programs that provide career readiness and college preparation." End of quote. I am all about that. I am passionate about education. One of our forefathers, James Madison, said, and I quote, "Knowledge will forever govern ignorance." End of quote. If we are to remain this free powerhouse nation, education has to be on our forefront. It has to be a part of that. The Launch program has been around for 5 or 6 years, okay? And it mainly dealt with people that after high school, they kind of went off the radar and then they came back and said, "Hey, I need to get a career." That's what the Launch program has been doing for the last 6 years. And those who graduated from the Launch program increased their salary on an average of $16,000. That took them from being a social program taker to a community contributor. So we took that Launch bill and said, let's expand it and put it down for our high school kids and see if we can help them. We have done that, and this year we even looked at it again and we tightened it up a little bit more. We tightened it up to say, well, really, what are those in-demand careers? And do we want to pay for somebody's college education if they're planning on getting a doctor's or a master's or a law degree? And we said, no, we're not doing that. But we did want to help pay for not only a college education. There's only a third of our high school graduates go on and get a college degree. And so why are we putting all that money into it? Let's help all of our kids. Whether you're getting a 3-month certificate to go drive trucks, get a CDL, be a plumber, an electrician, or you're going on to be a software engineer. We're going to help you do that. We're not giving you everything. You got to have some skin in the game. And in fact, you have to sign a contract stating that this is what I'm going to do, and I will stick to the program and I will graduate in that program. If you don't, then you got to pay the money back. So we've really tightened that up a lot. The Launch bill is awesome, and I'm counting on it to really change things. If we are going to stay a technical out in the front of the world in technology, we need to educate our kids. So, in short, I supported our GOP platform, and I fought for the College of Eastern Idaho and for the Launch bill. I'm endorsed by the NRA. I'm endorsed by the Fraternal Order of Policemen, the firefighters, and Idaho Chooses Life. I am a red-blooded fiscal conservative Republican through and through. If you have any absentee ballot and you haven't sent it in yet, don't. Take that absentee ballot and drop it off at the Bonneville County Elections Office because it's too late. If you try to mail that today, you do not have a guarantee that it will get to the Postal Service. So I would strongly suggest you, if you have an absentee ballot, fill it out and take it down to the elections office. I encourage you to vote Tuesday, and I humbly ask that you consider voting for me this Tuesday. Join the movement, and together we will put Idaho first. Thank you, and have a great Saturday. And again, I humbly ask that you might consider voting for me, and that I will continue to fight for Idahoans. Thank you.